I'm Dr. Scott Davis. Thanks for joining me in this first episode. In each one of these, I'll take you through a brief journey of how addiction to drugs drove a famous person, good or bad, living or dead, to change the course of history. Addiction, we know, can be a devastating thing to fall prey to, no matter who you are. Famous people are often seen as invincible and untouchable. But the truth is, they too suffer from addiction. There have been countless figures who have battled with addiction throughout their lives. Many of them still went on to influence society in some way through their work, good or bad, their art, or simply by being a role model for others in similar predicaments. In each of these channel episodes, we will explore the story of yet another important person in history who struggled with addiction and how it changed not only their life, but other lives through history. Our first subject, John Pemberton, was the original founder of Coca-Cola, who had a fascinating and somewhat tragic story that eventually led to the creation of that beloved soft drink. Pemberton was a pharmacist who had initially created a tonic containing cocaine and a small amount of caffeine. He originally intended this tonic to be a cure for headaches and other nervous disorders, but the high cocaine content led to addiction among its users. Pemberton himself became addicted to the tonic, which ultimately led him to remove the cocaine and add sugar syrup instead, and Coca-Cola was born. The soft drink has since become a cultural icon and a beloved beverage around the world. Back in the day, Pemberton was a slave owner and a Confederate soldier, even rising to the rank of general. He suffered numerous injuries during the Civil War. He developed emotional and physical pain, and as a result, he became addicted to morphine after using it to quell the pain. In 1884, he created a drink called French wine Coca, quote-unquote, the great remedy for all nervous disorders. This would in fact be the predecessor to Coca-Cola. It was made up of wine, cocaine, and caffeine-containing cola nuts. It was advertised to cure everything from constipation to chronic diseases, as well as a quote-unquote most wonderful invigorator of the sexual organs. Prohibition law eventually took place, which outlawed alcohol. The drink contained cocaine until the beginning of the 1900s, when fear and wild rumors spread throughout the South that black men were using the substance to engage in serious crimes, including rape against white women, according to a book called, quote-unquote, The Pursuit of Oblivion. Despite the claims made about the drink's restorative powers, Pemberton nonetheless remained poor and addicted to morphine, dying of stomach cancer in 1888. We see Pemberton's addictions had a huge impact on his life, as well as the lives of those around him. These drugs can cause physical dependence, tolerance, and addiction, not to mention confusion, drowsiness, nausea, slow breathing and heart rate, and eventually death. Cocaine addiction also can cause paranoia, serious heart problems, including arrhythmias, and extreme mood swings. In Pemberton's case, it also led to his poor health, bankruptcy, and eventually his death. John Pemberton's story is a tragic one that serves as a reminder of the dangers of addiction and substance abuse. It is important, very important, to seek help when needed. Don't allow addiction to consume you, but instead take control over it. Pemberton's legacy lives on through the company he created, and his original formula lives on as one of the most popular soft drinks in the world. How much we can accomplish when we choose to take control over our own health and our well-being, no matter what life throws at us. If you or someone you know has a problem with drug addiction, please click on the link below to my website to work with you or someone you care about to find a path back to recovery and a better life. Please join me again soon on this channel to explore how the addiction of yet another famous person would ultimately change the course of history. I'm Dr. Scott Davis, and thanks again for joining me.